Good evening, Nigeria, and welcome to Politics Tonight. I am Morno Balagobo coming to you live from our studio in Abuja. Well, tonight we'll tackle two seismic political crises shaking Nigeria. First, we'll start with what is happening in the People's Democratic Party. We're looking at the internal rift and opposition. The People's Democratic Party is fracturing as Nyesom Wike and Governor Makinde's factions hold parallel meetings with an expanded caucus at Wadata Plaza after a police siege and governor's meeting in Asokoro. And of course, another meeting at the Yaradua Center. Let's give you a rundown of the talking points. Well, we'll unpack the parallel meetings and the police siege and NEC's role in the leadership dispute and the stakes for 2027. That's right. Well, on the other hand, we will also explore Dalori's new leadership. That's our second topic. We're looking at what is going on in the APC. There's a leadership transition that I think has smoothly taken place. We saw Dalori come into office today officially. So we're looking at what is going on with the maneuvering, the insistence on North Central, and also Tinubu's Kwankwaso talks. Well, that's speculated. And the 2027 prospects, so those are our talking points right there. Well, for the first conversation, joining us will be Kola Ologbodiyan, former PDP publicity secretary. And of course, we do hope he makes out time to speak with us because of the parallel meetings. And then the All Progressive Congress navigates leadership shift as Ali Bukar Dalori assumed office today, like I said. And of course, post Ganduje, with Tinubu reportedly eyeing NNPPC's Rabiu Kwankwaso as a 2027 running mate. And the camps of those in the APC are, the way they're speaking, the body language is also alluding to that. Well, Austin Osagie, UN ambassador and member of the APC, will be helping us unpack the APC maneuvers. So stay with us. We'll dissect Nigeria's political fault lines. We'll be right back. Many thanks for staying with us. So let's get right into the first talking point. We're looking at the PDP internal rift and opposition. Let's tell you that the People's Democratic Party is in chaos. Well, that's not news. Today's 100th NEC meeting split into parallel sessions with Wike's faction holding an expanded caucus meeting at the Wadata Plaza after a police siege, while Makinde's camp with the NWC and the BOT moved to Yaradua Center. A governor's meeting in Asokoro preceded the caucus. INEC's rejection of the NEC notice is fueling this crisis. So let's dive into our first talking point. Let's unpack the Wike-Makinde factions holding parallel meetings amid the police siege. The crisis deepened as Wike's faction backing Senator Samuel Anyanwu held an expanded caucus meeting at Wadata Plaza after police initially barred access, while Makinde's NWC and BOT moved the NEC meeting to Yaradua Center. And that's according to the post from the official PDP Nigeria handle on X. The caucus followed a governor's meeting at the Bauchi State Governor's Lodge with Bala Mohammed, Shey Makinde, Doye Diri, and Bukola Saraki. But the PDP staff member, who was at the Wadata Plaza today, kind of summarized what happened today. Let's have a listen to that soundbite.
I'm leaving. Just know that this country belongs to all of us. Members from coming into the secretariat, telling them that there's no meeting. Sorry, they were stopping POT members from entering. My only offense is that I said there is meeting or POT. That's my only offense. I've not said anything more than that before they started insulting me and bugging me out of the office. I'm a staff of the National Secretariat of the PDP. This kind of thing cannot continue. One man cannot hold the whole country to ransom. We are holding our meeting here today. They should open the place for us to hold our meeting.
What makes the political system what it is today? What are the recurring issues? The tussle for power.
An extremely problematic area.
The tension. The instability of the system. Join LM 24/7 as we take you inside the local and international political arena in the world of politics.
The golden age of America begins right now. I will very simply put America first.
Watch Politics Now on LM 24/7.
Don't miss Politics Now on LN 24/7.
All right, well, Governor Bala Mohammed of the PDP Governors Forum chairman addressed the police presence earlier today. In his words, he says the blockade was necessary to prevent miscreants from hijacking the meeting. To think this crisis couldn't get any more worse. Well, Mohammed's defense clashes with PDP's condemnation of police actions. Armed policemen lock neck haul at the PDP headquarters and also reports staff walkouts, accusing Anyanwu of destabilizing the party. Well, Kola Ologbodinyo was still expecting to connect with him. But the real question now is what is really fueling this chaotic divide? That is the big question now. Since NEC came into the matter, things, initially last week from the show we had last week, we talked about the fact that, okay, this crisis would finally die down as Wike, Samuel Anyanwu, and those who were agitating that they should come back actually were saying that things will go back to normal. But now we're seeing these pushbacks, from that press briefing that was on Sunday. We'll come to some of that clip, but that just seems to be the situation of things. Well, the fact that, Mohammed's justification of the police siege mitigates concerns about state interference, or does it really deepen distrust? So what is really going on? And that is something that we really need to unpack. We're still expecting Kola Ologbodinyo to join us virtually, but if Austin is here with us, he'll probably step in to unpack, even though he's a member of the APC. But a key question also is, how does the governor's Asokoro meeting shape the PDP strategy to resolve the rift, the Wike-Makinde rift? Recall, we were talking about before this time around, the whole conversation bordered on the Wike and Atiku Abubakar rift, but now things have changed. Do you recall we reported on the show that there was this meeting that was had prior to this time, and Wike walked out of that meeting, and things have not really gone really smoothly. And from analysis we've seen, when it comes to politics, you can't really predict where Makinde stands. And as many people call him, the slow poison, or he goes slowly, but you can't really say what is on his mind. So these are powerful politicians in the PDP, and of course, they're also state governors, and they've got the resources to do and undo. But at the detriment of the PDP, that is really what we are unpacking tonight. And I think that is something, hopefully we'll be able to get our caller to be with us. But like we reported to you earlier on the news across Nigeria bulletin, we told you that those meetings are ongoing, and probably around 7:30 plus, maybe 8 p.m. plus, we'll get updates from the two meetings and really get to fully unpack what is going on. So perhaps that explains why Mr. Kola Ologbodinyo, our guest, cannot really be with us on the show. But can the expanded caucus at the Wadata Plaza breach factions, or does it cement the split? So when you use the word miscreants, that's the word coming in from Bala Mohammed. That is not really the word you want to use to describe members of your own party. I mean, we saw Bode George, who is an elder statesman in the People's Democratic Party, earlier today talk about the fact that the Nigerian police should. Yeah. Well, we have word that one of our guests is live with us. Austin Osagie, good to have you. Good evening.
Thank you for having me. Good evening.
All right, so I mean, it's not really your time for the conversation, but I think we can both understand why Mr. Kola Ologbodeyo could not be with us, because, I mean, you have two factions of the People's Democratic Party now who are having separate meetings, one at the Yaradua Center in Asokoro here in Abuja, and of course the other one at the Wadata Plaza. So he was billed to be here, but I can understand why he might not be here. So how do you unpack what played out today?
Well, thank you, my viewer. Thank you, Nigeria. I think well, it has been for some of us that have been discussing the issue of PDP. We have seen it before now that it's like they are on their final burial right of burying the party, in the sense that now that they have, let me just give this narration of a dead man, or a man that is dead, that has plenty wives, and they have plenty children, and probably when he's alive he wasn't able to put up the children together, maybe because of disagreement. So at the end of the day, when he finally go home believing that he's going to rest, and the children burying him become a difficult issue. So to me, we have discussed it before now that the grave negligence of People Democratic Party in 2022 that lead to 2023 election is playing out now. You can look at it today. As of yesterday, as at Friday, the two groups in the PDP now, both the one that is with the Ambassador Damagun, and the one the Wike-Makinde and the governor of Enugu State is leading. Two of them are trying to show strength of the same parent that is late, that are the mortuary now. So in the process of taking the man to go and lay to rest, it become an issue. Now, most of us, or most Nigerians, are not surprised of what is actually happening in the PDP. We all know, and for my own view, those that cause the problem are the people that today they are not rather in the party. They are people that they are following the coalition. People like the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, Ayu, and the rest, because they are the one that apparently caused this problem that the party is facing today, because of their personal interest, because of their personal greed, if I want to put it that way. So I want to believe that what we are seeing today, or what the country is seeing today, is not a special, or is not a different thing from what we expect from them. So that is my own take on that. So I've not seen them coming out.
Austin, the thing is that last week everybody was saying, this problem is solved and all of that. Not until yesterday when we saw, Ambassador, what's his name again? Lord help me. Talking about the fact that the meeting will still go ahead. So, is there any end in sight?
Yeah, you see, just like if you listen to what I said before, I don't know if you have attended some burial that a man have plenty wives. Most time that burial the problem of PDP now is that they are their burial stage. Because I can't imagine a party that have run Nigeria for 16 good years, that have three different presidents. They are in this problem because of their personal greed. You can't tell me today that just because of one particular person ambition. Just starting in 2015. If you remember, in 2015, the party lost out particular person ambition. I get that the person must become
Yes.
a president. The same former vice president, he removed those. They formed NPDP that merged with the present APC today. That made them to form APC. And if you look at it truly, God have every way of paying people's back. I was discussing with one of my big oga today. He's an engineer. We are discussing this evening. Uh, what do you call it? God, Nigeria political. What are we discussing? Nigeria today, we are assuming too much. Why? We have not gotten to the level of political class or political level that we think we are today. We are just coming up. This is the first time in 26 years that we are going for the first trench of straight political position,
Democratic governance.
uninterrupted political change. So if you look at it today, we have not gotten to that. They want to compare us with America, with UK that have been there for over 200 and something years. My point is this: I'm not, and I think many people in Nigeria, they don't believe that Nigeria today, anybody in Nigeria today will take PDP as a serious opposition party or a political party today. Because look at it today, the governor of Enugu State, when I saw the last week when they were with the INEC chairman, I don't know whether he's there. But to me, he's there because Wike-Makinde is there at the INEC office. So if Wike-Makinde office and the governor of Enugu State is at the INEC office, and the same governors, after the following or the second day, they now went to say they are still endorsing one Ogo Okoye to do what? INEC has given you that. Come, this is our political party.
But
Them being the right political
come to
party.
think of it, Austin, INEC's rejection, sorry to cut in there, of the PDP's NEC notice for lacking the National Secretary's co-signature seems to intensify this crisis. You know, Debo Olugonagba called INEC stance unconstitutional, but the acting chairman, Damagum, disowned it. Ambassador Taufik Arakwaja, Deputy National Chairman, you know, clarified the NWC's position. That was yesterday. Let's quickly take that sound bite, Austin, and we'll come back to you.
The Monday, 30th June 2025 date for the 100 NEC meeting is binding on all organs and members. And as such, no organ, group, or officers of the party has the power to alter, change, vary, veto, or convert the already convened NEC meeting. Contrary to a purported notice being circulated in the social media suggesting that the 100 NEC meeting has been converted to a special expanded national caucus meeting, the NWC states in clear terms that the said notice did not emanate from the PDP and should be disregarded.
Now, INEC's letter validates Acting Secretary Koshodo contradicting Damagun's reinstatement of Anyaun and police bad bot members like Maina Chiroma from Wadata Plaza. So, Austin, is INEC's procedural stance fair, or does it infringe on PDP's autonomy?
See, my point is this: INEC being the regulator and the registrar of a political party, their stance will always be right. In this point, the Alagbaja, the deputy national chairman, South, the question is this: that same person, does he have right to issue that statement? The answer is no. The same Damag. See, you know, my point is this: at the INEC office, they were all there. They took a stance. Today, the person at the battlefront is the acting national chairman, the Damagu. When
Yeah.
Damagu was facing the fire, the everything, was the Arakwaja there? The Arakwaja. So today, if Arakwaja, because he was a Sheyi stooge, and you come and issue a letter, a acting national chairman should be the person to issue a letter, not you. So you are issuing on what capacity? Now, the INEC gave them a very three. I listened to the INEC chairman more than 10 times. I listened over time. And what he said was simple. He said, the problem the PDP have find themselves now is a self-inflated problem. Why is it a self-inflated problem? It is self-inflated because the party have refused to put themselves together. He said they have a name, Ugo Okoye, at some point. They have a name, Kodosho Abiwon, they call the man name at the point. They have Ayanwo at the point. Later they have Ayanwo again. So now it's a simple and advice. Let me give you an example of what I'm trying to. I study. I majored in capital market management as a course. SEC today, they are the regulator of a market. NEC are regulator. They owns the responsibility as the registrar to register people at the same time to tell the player how to play in that particular market. So if today INEC is being registered at the regulator, then you can't tell us that they don't know what they are saying. So my point is simple. Even after this one, after this particular problem, you will see that by the time you bury them, probably they might bury them this week or next week. But I know that latest by July they will bury the corpse that they have all
Oh,
killed. Now they have killed the dead man together. By July, before July ending, I believe the final right will place. Even after then, to share the of that dead man, it's difficult things for them. Mind you, for the past 2 years, they have been dragging this. For the past 3 years, 2022, after June primary, the people that now caused the problem, they are alternative. They are in coalition now. Those that caused the problem that the party is facing today, those people are, I believe, they are the one that they should come back. The problem you caused, come and solve it. So me, my view or my point of view, I don't see the party coming out of this quagmire soon. That's my view.
okay. All right. Well, we put up a poll on our X platform, and we sought to get the opinion of our followers on social media. And the question we asked Nigerians was, will the PDP's parallel meetings and police siege lead to a formal split? So we have the results of the poll. And of course, yes, 0%, no, 40%, and 60% says depend on INEC stance, 0% unsure. Austin, what is your take on the response coming from our followers on X?
It's a well, I think it's a very funny. The pool is out. The pool outcome. Why is it funny? Look at it. INEC does not have a stance here, and one of the challenge or the problem, even the main ruling party too, all of them have their problem. The only problem I think PDP have today is PDP fail to understand that inner ambition cannot override a political ambition. Most of these guys are in this political party today. That political party formed before they came in. Let me give an example of, I don't know much, but I will say the governor of Enugu State today, was he a politician in 1998 when they formed PDP? Many of them today that they are benefiting in that political party today. Governor of Taraba State, he was a retired lieutenant colonel or a colonel. He was a party member in 1998 when they formed that party. So the idea is that some of them are just opportunities that the political party, after the political party have been formed, and today they want to impose their ideology, or they want to impose selfish or greed attitude into that political party. I believe today the challenge PDP has today. Okay, look at someone like the former vice president, 2014 and 15. He ran out when he couldn't eat in APC in 2019. He ran back to the party to take the ticket and contest against Buhari in 2019. He lost out again. He came again in 2023 to muzzle people out of the, and got the same man want to come in. So when he discovered that there's roadblock, he quickly say they want to form an coalition. And that's it. So to me, it's not by INEC stance. The question is simple. The pool should suggest that this will be the end, the dead end of PDP. a party cup if they fail to come together now and July. Now, the election that's coming up, FCC election is coming. There are some other Ekiti election is coming next year.
Yeah.
Osun is coming. So you can't tell me today that if I have purchased a form or I'm thinking of contesting and I don't have a right platform to contest and I want to stay in that party, the answer is no. Today, that same party today is paying me that I'm not happy that Egbankola is not coming to the
You know what,
program. If
Austin, talking
Egbankola is
about
coming,
blame games, I want us to listen to the soundbite of Bode George. I mean, he sort of weighed in about the federal government's involvement in the PDP's crisis. Let's have that.
You can hear, biblically, you hear, this is the voice of Jacob, but the hand of Esau. Whoever is the thing that is other from the above, we've had it before. I have been on both sides, the military and the civil. So, let me please advise, allow sleeping dogs to lie. We have more problems, economic, financial, education, infrastructure. They should face that. Are you saying we PDP cannot? It is the only political Iroko tree in this country. You are saying we cannot stand? Can you tell Iroko tree in the bush that it cannot stand? Is it possible? You don't need, unless you are not grown up to that. If he says that the order from above, where is the above? That's why I said, the voice of Jacob, but the hand of Esau. This is the meeting that we cannot, you don't resolve, because PDP is not a private enterprise. You don't resolve it outside. You must sit down. So if you want us to resolve our crisis, you keep it crisis. I said it's no crisis. It's a disagreement between two people. And we will sit down like you do in a family.
All right, Austin, you're in a better position to unpack what Sir Bode George just said as a member of the APC. What's your response?
Baba is old. Baba should go and rest. What was Baba rolling into? Baba
Baba
is always
talked
coming
about the
on.
Iroko tree. So
Which Iroko tree? What was Baba role in 2023? Baba is one of the people. As Baba won an election in Lagos State since 1999. The answer is no. Baba will always come. You know why? Baba have money to be flying to Lagos, Abuja to be talking. If Baba does not have much money like his mate, he would have been resting in his house in Ikoyi.
hello, Austin, are you there with us? Hello, Austin. Okay, hopefully we can get Austin to reconnect back with us. I mean, he talked about, it's just so really funny what was said in the People's Democratic Party and the blame game shifting from the party now to the APC, which is also fall within the lines of the conversation we had earlier this morning with my colleague Henry on this morning show where we talked about how to make Nigeria work. But another question that is really concerning is, can the governors at Socorro meeting and Saraki's reconciliation role unify the PDP? That is left to be seen. And a lot of... Austin, good to have you back.
Thank you. So what I'm trying to say is that Baba, to me, Baba is over 80 years. Baba always tell us that he's over 80, go and rest. Many of his mates are they arrested now. That is the problem of the former vice president. I think will be 80 years now. Let them go and rest and allow Nigerians to work. Baba is saying that the APC is the problem. APC to me is not the problem of PDP. PDP become their problem of their own, and APC took the advantage probably to come inside them. If he said today, is it APC that is organizing the meeting for you? Is it APC that said Governor Wike-Makinde should not listen to any leader in the party? Is it APC that said Governor Umba should not listen to any political party in Nigeria? Is it APC that said they should have very laying claim to secretary of it? So to me, the challenge is Baba is one of the problems. The person Baba supported to become the governor of governorship candidate in Lagos What was the impact they made? They couldn't make any impact. So we should just tell ourselves the truth. Baba supported another in Lagos State. They had two candidates. The other guy that went to Labour Party had to leave when Baba problem was too much. So Baba too was one of the problem of PDP. In my own view, Baba should go and rest so that let Nigerians. Okay, they are saying the youth are the leader of tomorrow. I'm a youth. Do I have any
But don't
any
you think
hope
he's
of
playing the role of an elder statesman, Austin?
he's not playing
I mean, he's
if
an
there's
elder
any time
statesman.
for them which elder statesman after many years? This is someone that went to jail. Let's forget about that one. The challenge we have is this. We have a problem in Nigeria where we are not telling
All right,
ourselves the truth.
Austin, because of time, I mean, you've had a lot to talk about the PDP, and I'm sure when it comes to the other part of the conversation, I mean, I'm really going to be giving it to you hot about your own party, because it seems there's a lot of shakeups going on in your own party. But thank you so much, Austin, for filling in from Kola Ologbodiyon. So we'll come back to you. Well, the PDP is unraveling parallel meetings, police siege at the Wadata Plaza, and a governor's scramble in the Asokoro exposed deep fractures. And as Bode George warned, the PDP risks authoritarian perceptions unless it unites. With 2027 looming, the opposition must heal or face irrelevance. After the break, we'll dive into the APC's leadership shakeup and Tinubu's bold moves. Do stay with us. We'll be right back. What makes the political system what it is today? What are the recurring issues? The tussle for power.
An extremely problematic area.
The tension. The instability of the system. Join LM 24/7 as we take you inside the local and international political arena in the world of politics.
The golden age of America begins right now. I will very simply put America first.
Watch Politics Now on LM 24/7.
Don't miss Politics Now on LN 24/7.
Welcome back to Politics Now, right here on LN 24/7, live from our studios in Abuja. The All Progressive Congress faces a leadership shift as Ali Bukar Dolori assumes the acting chairmanship after Abdullahi Gandoje's resignation on June 27, 2025, per Tinubu's directive. Well, speculations swelling about Tinubu cutting NNPP says Rabiu Kwankwaso as a 2027 running mate. So we'll explore our talking points with Austin Osagie, UN ambassador and APC member, who is still live with us. Well, Ali Bukar Dolori, former deputy national chairman, North, assumed the APC's acting chairmanship today. And of course, the North Central pushes for a permanent chairman. Sources are naming Umaru Tanko Ali Makura as a front runner. Also, Dolori presided over 174th NWC meeting, urging unity. We'll come to the soundbite later. The North Central's 2.3 million votes in 2023, that's according to INEC, highlights its electoral weight, but competition from George Akume persists. Well, Austin, good to know you're still with us. So can Dolori's interim leadership unify the APC until the July 24th NEC meeting that selects a permanent chairman?
Yeah, but as you can see, the difference between the ruling party and the PDP or other political parties is that no matter how the storm is, try and manage the storm. Yes, there are challenges in APC too, but they are trying to manage the storm. Okay, look at it now. Immediately after the resignation of the former chairman, Dolori came in to fill the gap so that there won't be any lapse. Now, they have said on the 4th of July, they are going to have a NEC meeting where they are going to appoint. That is how political parties should operate. There's no political party that probably maybe there is no one or two form of challenge. Yes, it's normal. But to me, APC for now, because of the experience of the president and some other political gladiators that is there, they are trying to manage their crisis so that they won't expose it to, and it won't escalate what they can probably manage. For now, they are trying to manage, and Dalori know the job of acting national chairman, which probably for them to fill the gap, they quickly call for meeting, reassuring the members that they are going to call for a next, they are going to elect the new chairman. So I think it's a right things to do for now.
North Central's push for Al-Makura align with Dalori's call for inclusivity, or does it risk factionalism?
In as much the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is there, nobody can fashion a party. I'm very sure of that. But because the idea is this, if you look at it, the president in his own wisdom, if you follow the background, or if you follow the story that brought former governor of Kano State, Umar Ganduje, you discover that they brought him at a time where there is a serious heat, where there is a serious agitation that people are trying to cause uproar at the party. They brought him probably to stem the pressure. Now that the pressure is calm, his departure and the bringing the ushering in of a new party leader, I don't think is going to be any problem. Now that they have announced the date, yes, it's a democracy where everybody have a right to contest or to vie for any political office. So it's left for the gladiator or for the interested parties, those that are interested in contesting for the position of the national chairman, probably to go and do their own work. And on the 24th, probably somebody might be a match. But the administration of political party of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you can't compare it with any other person. Because for now, I want to believe managing political party, he has been doing that before now, and you see part of what he's displaying now that he's still doing more of it.
Well, the question now is, the political party is not the nation, and what Nigerians want to see is how he's able to manage the nation. But how will Dalori's northeast background affect the APC's regional balance strategy?
No, if you look at the party have two deputy, every political party. They have south. If you are a chairman that come from the south, as you are leaving, whoever that come from the three zone of the south take over from you. Now it has not. As Ganduje is leaving now, the deputy national chairman north take over before it become, because they have the deputy national chairman their own two. Why they have the vice chairman, I think there are 6 in each zone. So the deputy national chairman now happen to be Dalori from Borno State, automatically stepped in for now. And you can't expect Dalori to continue where the vice president is from the same zone with him. So for now, the best thing to do is that when a national chairman from the north extraction is going, the north take over immediately. And that's what has happened.
Now, our speculation suggests, let's move forward to our next talking point, that Tinubu orchestrated Ganduje's resignation to court NNPP's Rabiu Kwankwaso as a 2027 running mate. And NNPP's Ladipo Johnson, was on national TV this morning saying it's not insulting to offer Kwankwaso the VP slot. And also, Felix Moka this morning also on national television adds that Kwankwaso is free to rejoin the APC. So all of these comments seems to be moving to validate the president's plan. But also you look at Kwankwaso's influence in Kano State. You've got 5.9 million voters. That is data coming in from NEC, and reports points to northern unease with NNPP's El Jibril Doguwa denying defection rumors as baseless. And Dalori's pledge to support Tinubu's renewed hope agenda aligns with these talks. So tell me, Austin, is Tinubu's outreach to Kwankwaso a strategic move to secure Kano or a risk to Shetima's northern base?
You know, see, to be realistic, I'm a politician. To be realistic, politics has to do with numbers. It's a game of numbers. Today is a fact that Kwankwaso, former governor of Kano State, Alhaji Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, is a factor that everybody, every politician in the country will reckon with. So it's not just a politician of it's a politician that contested the election with only he got 1 point something million. How many single politicians in Nigeria today can give you? Nobody. So it's a force to reckon with as far as politics is concerned. President didn't meet to say, I want to be reckoned with these guys. To me, I want to clap for the president. That is the politics. So the idea of maybe probably is going to everybody look where I can get to know. And if you look at the president's style before now, he has gone to even his worst enemy, probably to reconcile with them. So that is a discussion of another day. But the question you asked me is that is a Congo and his governor is a factor there. Anybody Kano State today is like Kano alone is about 4 states produced in 2023. Yeah? The governor that won in candidate that won in Kano State was about 900,000. There are some states in states like Ebonyi got 166,000 votes to become the governor. So if Kano governor is Kano project to become a governor, and the governor of Enugu State or Edo got about 270,000 votes. So you can imagine. So whoever that tells you both the governor and the former are not factor, the person does not know what they call politics. So every politician.
I mean, because even on our editorial platform this evening, I was having a sort of conversation with some of my colleagues in Lagos on our WhatsApp platform, and I mean, they seem not to understand what politics is all about, which is what you've said. It's not really a moral game, and that's what a lot of people don't understand when it comes to politics, not just even in Nigeria. So my next question, could Kwankwaso's potential defection destabilize APC's northern cohesion? You have the likes of El Rufai, you also have Atiku Abubakar, they seem aligned. So what's your take? Hello, Austin, are you...
Will bring a plus to the party. A connection to APC is going to bring a plus to the party. Today, the president last week have described those two names you mentioned, Atiku and El Rufai, as a political IDP. They don't have a political... Today, El Rufai is the governor of Kaduna State. He couldn't win a senate of where he come from. He couldn't win House of Rep. So to me, they are paperweight. They are inconsequential as far as Nigeria is concerned today.
Okay.
Atiku managed to win Adamawa as a presidential candidate. But today, that same El Rufai today, he couldn't be able to deliver the governor, the presidential, as a sitting governor, president of Nigeria today. So today, imagine today, Amechi couldn't even win his word for president. So these are just these sequential politicians. So they are really IDPs that they are just thinking of. Probably maybe they have the money, they have the money. And in Nigeria today, if you have money, it's easy for you to arrange people to call for people to be on a particular place to give them one or two things.
Okay.
But Nigeria concern, except you don't want to be true to yourself, you give it to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Whether you like him or not.
Let's get to the poll on our X platform. We asked the question, can Ali Bukar Dalori unify the APC as the acting chairman until a permanent replacement? And the results are in. Let's take a look. And 14% says, okay, I think it's the I think we have the, okay, I think I have the wrong poll. The question we asked earlier was, who should the next APC national chairman be? Okay, let's have the poll back again. And for 14% said Umaru Tanko Al-Makura, 0% for George Akume, and North Central candidate 14%, and no preference 72%. So, I mean, I think I'm in that 14%. That is what the reality turned out to be. So, Austin, what are your thoughts on the prediction from our audience? They got it wrong, clearly.
No, I think it's right. To me, I want to align with the former governor of Nasarawa State. He has worked for the party.
Hello, Austin.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
What I mean is that I want to align with your poll. The former governor of Nasarawa State, is a loyal party that he has really worked for the party. Despite he was held out based on the Buhari aligned with the former governor of Nasarawa, Adamu. Then it can stem the pressure now. The former governor of Benue State, the SGF, the current SGF, I want to believe remaining at the SGF, be able to mend which they are having a little crisis, and probably come up together to achieve a common goal. Governor of Nasarawa State, the former governor of Nasarawa State, the Al-Makura, I want to believe is coming into the head of affair of the APC. It's going to help the party because he's a loyal party man.
All right. Now, our Dolores call for unity aims to consolidate the North Central and Northwest. That's about 4.1 million votes. Now, Tinubu's international trips has been criticized. I mean, it also risks the distraction perceptions. I don't know if you were able to come across the X Space conversation last night. I mean, I think it spanned for almost 2 to 3 hours, where Peter Obi had a lot to say about the president. And of course, later today, he declared his intention to run for president. I mean, I wonder what that does to the whole talk about coalition. Well, the chairman's choice could deepen divides, with 2027's 8.8 million APC votes at stake. Also, northern stakeholders are split on Kwankwaso's potential VP role, while Dolores' grassroots focus aims to stabilize the party. So, Austin, can Dolores' transparency pledge address northern unease over Ganduje's exist and Kwankwaso's rumors? Hello, Austin. Did you get the question?
Yes, I got the question. The challenge is this. I want to believe Mr. Peter Obi. Mr. Peter Obi straight to declare his ambition for 2007. Instead of taking the presidency, is traveling and to me, they not got the best all the time. It has always been the same story. This person will come, they will criticize. When they come, they do what? So Peter Obi will have just quietly come and declare his intention to run, just as he has destroyed the coalition they are doing today. That is my own view. He has destroyed the coalition today because while the coalition was still thinking of who to face, he has put himself forward, which the coalition says is against their own initial plan. So, criticizing the president, that even saying that presidents have not traveled to any state and spent 2 days, and it's a lie. President was in Katsina for 2 days visit to commission to commission a project, agricultural tractors and some other things. So presidents have traveled. Presidents everywhere at the same time. He said presidents have not gone to Niger State. President sent the vice president to go to Niger. Is he the vice president? Is he not part of the ticket? But when they are criticizing, it's very easy for them to criticize that, okay, president wants to drop Shetima. But when Shetima went to represent president there, they couldn't see him. My point is this. Whether we like it or not, Nigeria have not gotten to where we are thinking. And sometimes when you overthink or you assume too much, it becomes a problem. And that's what we are facing today in Nigeria. Rather for us to be thinking of what we can, President travel today or he didn't travel today, is not the problem. There are some critical things you can call the president's attention to. Which I'm a realist. I'm not just a party blinded person. I'm a realist, and most time my opinion, my view, that is my view because I have a right to my view. I may not be 100% correct, but that people will align with my view in my own decision. So the last question was that would Alori be able to term the third? Yes. The first thing I think he was supposed to do was to call that he has fixed the date for them to meet, for him to relinquish the acting what he's doing now, which to me is not bad. But the president is traveling and all that is inconsequential as far as I'm concerned. Because that
Okay.
not even
Because
the
of
headache.
time, let me ask you the final question, Austin. Now, how can Dolori balance Kwankwaso's appeal with loyalty to leaders like Shetima? Because we seem to not have even touched about that. How is this going to play out with Shetima? Is he going to put party over his own ambitions?
Dolori have less than a month to stay as if it go well on the 24th of July. He has less than a month to act as to me. I don't see any influence he has there. Probably whether today, if you want to put them side by side, Kwankwaso have more credentials than Shetima. And my question is this: when the president was bringing Shetima in 2020 to consult anybody, so if the president tomorrow believe that Kwankwaso will give him more electoral value than the Shetima, just let it be. See, in Nigeria today, we assume and we overthink for people that are not even thinking about us. What I want us to be discussing today, as far as Nigeria is today, is that what is the president supposed to be doing? Let me give an example before I close. Today, you see a lot of protests. Contractors are being held in Nigeria today. There are a lot of contractors that have finished their job. These are areas I expect Governor Peter Obi to be addressing the press. Those contractors have worked, over 500 contractors today, state protest. The job they have finished, that the government is even some of them supplied vehicle that the vehicle had an accident today. Some of them did boreholes. Some of them did some infrastructural job that the government is using, and they are afraid to pay. These are we discussing. It affects people directly. We are talking about the party. The party chairman, did it affect me? Did it affect the common man on the street? Opposition party, if they are discussing today, they should focus their discussion on what affects people. That is what the real opposition should look like. I shouldn't, if I'm in opposition today, I will be discussing what affects the citizens, and that's what I will be shouting. I will be attention of the president.
I think, Austin, you're giving free advice to the opposition. But our time is almost out. Thank you so much for helping us unpack some of the developments of today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me in Nigeria.
All right. Before we move, if we have the soundbite from Dolori earlier today as he's resumed office at the APC Secretariat, I will take it if we can.
Honorable Ali Bukadalori as the acting national chairman of the APC.
Distinguished members of the National Working Committee, esteemed leaders, stakeholders of our great party, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. As we begin this crucial meeting, I do so with a deep sense of humility, responsibility, and loyalty to our great party, the All Progressive Congress, APC, and to the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR. In accordance with the constitutions of our party and the directive of the Mr. President, I have assumed the positions of acting national chairman following the resignation of His Excellency Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, CON. We are all aware of the significant contribution Dr. Bondije made during his tenure since his assumption of office in August 2023. He provided our party with experienced leadership and steadfast commitment and a clear sense of direction. On behalf of the entire APC family, I express my heartfelt gratitude to him and wish him full recovery and strength as he focuses on his health and personal well-being. My appointment to this role is not a personal victory. It is a responsibility I embrace with full awareness of the challenges ahead and the expectations of millions of our members and supporters across the nation.
Well, the APC stands at a pivotal moment. Ali Bukar Dalori's rise as acting chairman and Tinubu's Kwankwaso talks signals a strategic shift. But Northern Onis and the North Central's chairmanship push raises the stakes. As Dalori urged, this is a time for consolidation and not conflict. With 2027's 8.8 million votes on the line, Nigeria is watching and the clock is ticking. Well, that's all for Politics Now tonight. Join us again on Wednesday for another great conversation. Once again, my name is Morno Balagugbo. Thank you for watching.